What it is, yeah, and welcome to another episode of the Jones and Podcast, brought to you by Jones for Sports. We make sports better, and I am your host, Jones. Always brought to you with my co-host E. And today
Yo,
we have a very, very special guest. Our girl Janae is in the building to talk
Hey,
and her Packers. So appreciate you, Janae, for joining us. Shout out to my guy E for being here with us as
always.
always. And y'all know what time it is. So if y'all watching this, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If y'all want to conversate with us, please do. I'm gonna share as we go, as we talk. Share everything to the people out there in the social media world, and let's have some fun with it, you guys. Another great week in football. Not for my team, unfortunately, and E's team. And luckily for Janae, she was on a bye this week, so her team can get a little healthier. Or she might be on the other end of this too. But it's all right. We're going to get into all of that. But first, news. News. Let's talk some NFL news. E, do you have any NFL news that you want to talk about that going into week 11 before we
Uh,
get to like our teams and stuff?
None like out of the ordinary. It's about that time where you're gonna start seeing more coaches get fired. We've seen the Bears fire their offensive coordinator. That offense is like a shit show. Like they have the new toys. They don't have nothing to like protect. They have like the worst offensive line in the league.
Yeah, he's running for his life
Jesus.
out there.
Yeah, like that. I get giving the number one pick quarterback all the weapons, but not protecting them is crazy.
Yeah, that
Um,
and that's sorry to cut you off. I
no,
just want to add
go
on to
finish on
your
that.
point. That seems to be the problem with a lot of teams. Like they get
hmm
this high draft pick and they do nothing to protect it. They just
My
put
thing
toys
is,
around it. And
my
it's like,
thing
what the
is like,
fuck?
haven't no has nobody learned from how bad the Colts fucked up Andrew Luck?
Exactly. How about for the
We
Bears?
had
How
a
about
guy who looked like Andrew Luck looked like he was gonna be a superstar,
yeah,
and they
absolutely.
couldn't protect him. He got hurt every year. Every year, he had to retire.
Absolutely. Even I'll do you one better. They can go from their quarterback last year, who was getting
Justin
killed
Fields,
his
yeah,
first 3 years in
yeah,
Chicago.
it's bad. I don't
Like,
understand.
Justin
learn
Field.
to protect your guy. What
Yeah,
were
I
you
don't
gonna
get
say,
it.
Janae?
Yeah, first of all, the Bears are trash anyway. Still love you, man. But anyway,
Shout out to our guy.
listen, okay, you can look at it this one or two ways. Okay, first of all, that whole situation over there, period, is like a wet peanut butter sandwich. Don't nobody want it.
I love her analogies. She has the best.
Okay. My father used to say a long time ago, sometimes you a bug and sometimes you a windshield. At what point are you going to realize that what you're doing isn't working? It's like I felt like they fired the offensive coordinator for Chicago because somebody's head had to go on the chopping block because they've been shitty this whole season. Okay, just about. All right. And instead of them making chants saying Green Bay sucks, you should have been tightening up your game, boo. You should have been protecting your quarterback, boo boo.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
one thing is for sure, okay, this Sunday, we already know what time it's going to be.
Oh, you guys got Chicago this week?
Yes,
Ooh.
they do. I even give you this.
Chicago.
I hear more Bears rants because my father's a Bears fan,
Oh, yep.
and like he talks to me, and he's like on it. He's been on it since a couple weeks ago. They need to get rid of everybody. He goes, the head coach got to go. Everybody got to go. He goes, this offensive line is horrible. He was like, I could probably go sack Caleb Williams right now. Like that's how
You
bad they
heard?
are. Like you know what I'm saying?
His manicurist could probably go out there
He's
and do
50.
something.
My pops is 50 plus with 2 knee surgeries, and he's like, I'll go get Caleb. And he's
But
like, it just goes to show you, like, yeah, they're gonna put the blame on offensive coordinator, but that shit is all up top.
yeah, and I think some of it, not all of it, but some of it goes to Caleb because he
Of
Yes.
course,
does hold the ball a little bit too
of
long. Like,
course.
well, I've
Like,
heard every analyst say it, and nobody's. If you watch football long enough, you know you can't hold the ball that damn long. This is not college where
That's
guys
the
are gonna get
problem.
Thank you.
shit like that.
Thank
That's
you.
the problem.
These are
these
fucking pro
yeah,
athletes.
these rookie
and
quarterbacks. Like
smart athletes.
I'm not gonna say rookies. Like just I'm saying in general, not just this season.
Mhm.
Like they need to learn. Like those windows don't stay there as long as they do in college.
Yep.
These guys are faster. These guys are like you went
And
against playing
harder.
good athletes in college against super athletes in the NFL.
Yep. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Go ahead, Janae.
I got my church finger. I want to join in on this sermon. Listen, okay, you brought up a valid point. This is not college. Okay, you're not swimming with guppies, my guy. You in
Exactly.
there with jaws. Okay, 1, 2, 3, fleek. Get that damn ball out of there.
I
It
even give
seems
you
to be a problem with all young quarterbacks,
yeah.
not just
Yep.
Caleb, because Jordan has that problem too. Okay, you don't have to get the SS Minnow Johnson 6,000 play. Okay, if you see a throw and you're going to land your target, get rid of it.
My
If
people's in
you
there.
see a hole, okay, if you see a hole and you ain't got nobody to throw to, run that shit in there.
Absolutely.
Stop
Absolutely.
being a girl. Run.
Shout out
There's
to
so many times where Jordan could have ran the ball in there and got us a first down. I'd be screaming at the TV. I'd just be like, have you lost your damn mind? You could have ran that. Hell, I could have ran that in there. What are you doing?
absolutely. To my guy, shout out to my guy Hussein in here. He wants to know what teams you guys represent, so I'll let you guys answer that. Starting with you, Janae. What team do you represent?
Go Pack Go, baby.
Cheesehead up in there. We got the
You
cheese
know
up in
this man.
here. E, who do you represent?
Broncos.
Yo,
Denver
Denver
Broncos.
Broncos up in this bitch. And Hussein, you know who I represent, but we gonna get to that team just
No,
a little bit later.
I don't know if anybody noticed what you posted on, was it Monday? We're giving you your space and your time. We're giving you guys your space and your time at this, very sorrow moment.
For sure. And then shout out to my guy, Tip Major in the building, Oakland fan. He's just rubbing it in right now. He's always trolling my team. It's all right, because the Oakland Raiders ain't that much better. God damn it.
Y'all
Yeah,
ain't.
because they don't exist.
They ain't
don't
that much
exist.
better, Tip. So
Do they even have a
you want to
quarterback?
bring smoke my way, Tip? I'll bring it right back at you, my brother. But as always, love. Appreciate you showing up to the pod. And yeah, them boys, but they ain't them boys. They them little boys this year, babies or something.
Them kids.
Yeah. Next, moving on to the next topic of NFL news. I don't have any, so Janae, you brought it up to me today, and I actually knew about it. Did a little bit more research, so I want you to talk about that.
You're talking about the hot mic moment with Patricia.
As
Before
Patricia,
she
means
even says
Patrick Mahomes,
anything,
everybody.
I'm glad somebody else is saying it so I don't look like the bitter hater.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
I said what I said. Okay, Patricia got caught. Okay, why am I gonna let you know that this man is about to tackle you? That's not my job. Okay, and you can't be scared to take a hit because my boy Aaron Rodgers, okay, bounced back from a fractured collarbone. Not once, but twice. And got us 2 division titles after that.
Matter of fact, you want to talk about that? Did y'all see the hit Kyler Murray took on Sunday?
Bro,
It looked like his head almost flew off. Like,
Child,
Jesus.
I thought his body was I thought he was dead.
Yeah, I
That
thought I was
shit
just.
was
I thought he was
wicked.
gonna be out of the game with a concussion for sure.
Bro.
Probably faking it
Well,
right now, but when he
We
gets to
could go
the
even
sideline,
further. Look at that
look
hit
like
that
nigga.
Milton took for Green Bay, and they tried to say that it's not what it was. You saw on the camera that man lowered his head and hit him and gave him a dirty hit, and then just to show you how ignorant he is, he's going around passing out T-shirts with the hit on the T-shirts.
Yeah, I seen that. That's disrespectful. That nigga want all the smoke.
Like, come on, it's like, really, dude?
Can you tell Johnson to have a field
I
day?
sure will tell him to have a field day. I want him to run the ball down their damn throats. Matter of fact, don't give. Matter of fact, with Rashawn Gary Baby, my AKA old Wolverine, what I want you to do is don't even give that man time to lace his cleats. The moment he get on the field, tackle that ass.
I love the energy of Janae, because she bring that real
Yeah, like because
football.
they've been saying Green Bay
Yeah.
sucks the whole season. Like if you see the little clips and the videos of Caleb
I
Williams
mean,
going to bars talking about Green Bay sucks. No, your manicurist sucks. That's who sucks.
I
Don't be
mean,
worried about Green Bay. What you need to be worried about is why you ain't got an offensive coordinator and why your defense is trash. Okay, because how the hell, okay,
Is all right.
you can't stop
yeah,
nobody on 3rd and 3.
because they always on the field. The offense don't hold the ball long enough.
I'm just like,
Def-
Lord.
defense plays 75% of them games.
Oh, for Chicago? If it wasn't for defense, Chicago wouldn't have the wins that they did have.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Absolutely.
But I'm not gonna do Chicago like that. To be real, Chicago's always had a pretty decent defense.
Mm-hmm.
It's just their offense is just like it's just like a perm in the rain. It don't work.
He said.
You know how you get your hair relaxed and you go out in the rain and then that water touch it and you look just
I wish you guys next week, Janae, the 49ers versus the Pack. Wait, I think he had to correct it. I wish you guys luck next week. You guys got
listen, we gonna need
49ers ain't that
Jesus.
scary this year to me. Like they
Li-
get by on these
Their weapons are back though. And see, what Green Bay needs to do is that coach of ours, Matt LaFleur, because I don't like him and I want him fired. Okay, Matt LaFleur, okay, needs to stop having sleepovers with his bestie, Kyle, whatever his name is from the 49ers, and go out there and do what you're supposed to do. Okay, you cried about Rodgers being a problem. Okay, he's gone. You got rid of Aaron Jones. He's gone. You got rid of Zadarius Smith. Okay, you got rid of Blake Martinez. Key weapons off of defense. Okay, now Preston is gone. All right, so now, okay, I don't want to hear any excuses on why we can't get another ring.
Well, part of it I feel like is the team is young right now.
Oh yeah, and
know?
undisciplined.
Right, exactly. And
one of their stars can't stay healthy for shit. Jair Alexander
Listen,
hurt every
listen.
game.
I'm here with you. He need to go. He's softer than Charmin toilet paper.
He talks the game of being the best corner in the league, and he's always hurt.
Always hurt. He'll
Oh
show
no.
up.
Let's add a little spice to what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Let's add a little spicy, little Cajun sauce to that. He's hurt in big rival games. He was hurt for Minnesota. He was hurt for Detroit.
Yeah, that's disgusting. It's nasty work. He'll show up for a beef game though, like someone he don't like.
I guarantee you, he will be on that field for Chicago. Just like he was there with Diggs with the Texans.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah, there you go.
Playing against Stephon Diggs, he'll be there.
Yep, that's a fact. So, go ahead, Janae.
But what kills me, and I know you're gonna get to it, these Detroit Kitty fans that ain't been fans for like almost 7 decades, but talking about, well, we are gonna we're the kings of the North, and that we beat a number 1 AFC team. So did we. We beat the Texans. What's your point?
Texans are not a number 1 AFC team.
But the thing is, people sleep on the Texans though, because they gave Detroit a run for their money.
Of course, but I don't think the Texans
that's
are
also due to
contender.
Jared Goff with 5 interceptions.
I mean, a joke. But they got a lot to say about Jordan Love, though.
There's a team in the AFC that's gonna fight just to get into the playoffs that I have better than the Texans.
Oh yeah. The AFC, I mean, the NFC North is definitely gonna at least have 2.
I'm talking about the AFC. I'm talking about.
I'm thinking the NFC may have 3 though, Jones. I think either us.
Not Steelers. Who am I forgetting? The Vikings, right?
Yeah, I think us, Vikings, and Detroit, and between us and somebody else, we're probably going to be a wild card. Because remember, we've been here last year, where everybody thought when Thanksgiving was that turnover point for us. And we went in there and we took care of business. And then we were taking care of business till the end where his quarterback threw an interception and cost us the game. But I will say this. We have weapons. The question is everybody going to show up and go to work? Because, see, I feel like Chicago, it's going to be, we probably going to take it most likely, but it can be viewed as a trap game. Don't go up in there complacent and comfortable and give them a leg to stand on. You need to go in there and blow out their backs. Because look what happened with the Jaguars in Minnesota. That was a trap game. That is a perfect example of a trap game. Don't be going up in there playing with them. Do what you need to do and move the hell on. It's that simple.
Absolutely. And I have another question for you about Green Bay.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts now that you've seen a little bit more of Jordan Love this season? Do you think the way that he's playing this far this season can get you back into playoff contention and potentially a deep run in the playoffs?
I can see it, but I'm gonna need him to leave his farce. It's kind of like, you got two parents, okay? You got Aaron Rodgers over here, and then you got Favre over here. I need you to get more in touch with your Rodgers than your Favre, my guy. I need you to stop turning over the damn ball, okay? Protect. You hear me, Jordan? You listening, baby? Protect the football.
Yep.
And Jacobs and all my running backs, all I want to see is ass and cleats down the field. I don't want to see nothing else. Protect the football, handle your business, do your jobs. Because these athletes are getting these huge contracts and they're not delivering it. Case in point, Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
You running around.
A lot of them.
Yeah, you running right here like it's a Pantene commercial. You need to do your job. You are not auditioning for hair conditioner.
Yeah.
Sir.
That speaks to my point about these quarterbacks. Like, there's 5 quarterbacks that got paid this year and are playing like shit. Jordan Love, Trevor Lawrence, Daniel Jones, and you name someone else.
Dak Prescott.
Yeah, got Dak up there. There's one other I'm forgetting. Dak.
Kurt.
Caleb Williams.
Kirk. It was Kirk.
Oh no, Kirk is doing. Listen.
Nah,
Kirk is doing better as a Falcon than he ever did as
that team is way
a Viking.
He has his moments.
They're so iffy.
Moments.
Bad game last week.
He has his moments. But yeah,
that team disappoints me so much.
Yeah, I thought that team was going to run away with that division, and they're still leading the division, but not by much.
Barely.
Yeah.
By the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not very confident in that. Given with, like you said, you got the Brett Favre side of him, and you got the Aaron Rodgers side of him. Say we obviously know we will get if we keep getting the Brett Favre. With the Aaron Rodgers part of him,
he'll be nasty.
Okay. How far do you think you guys can go with that? Looking at the landscape of the NFC.
I think if he trusts his weapons and he trusts himself when he throws and is confident, because one thing I loved about Rodgers, he was confident. Okay? But also, Rodgers didn't play that shit neither. You only gonna drop the ball so many times before I pick a new target.
Yeah,
okay, Rodgers is like, you're not just playing with your stats, you playing with mine. Yep. Okay? And this is what kills me. All these disrespectful ass Packer fans. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all.
Oh,
Stop disrespecting a man who held us down, okay, for how many years? The man got us a Super Bowl. He's won how many division titles? I can count how many motherfucking shirts I got in my closet because of that man. I spent so much money because of Rodgers. But anyway, stop disrespecting him. Okay, he moved on. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I wish him nothing but the best. Rodgers will always have my respect, just like Jones will always have my respect. I ate at his restaurant. He signed my jersey. I got pictures with me and this man. I will never disrespect former teammates from Green Bay. Never.
Respect.
Except for that clown Sedarius. I got something for that ass too. Just wait till you get, cause see, he think he's somebody now. He done cut off his dreads. He think he bust the rhymes. Calm down.
I think he bust up.
Listen, I won't listen. I'm not scared to roast people. Don't be disrespecting Aaron Rodgers because that man played with a fractured collarbone. They broke his collarbone because remember the dude who did it in Minnesota stood over him and laughed after he did it.
Mm-hmm.
And he plays for Dallas. Oh, punk. You know exactly which one I'm talking about. The one with the hair. I think his name is Kendricks.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that man put his body on the line. Okay? And let's not forget how they did Jordy Nelson.
Mm,
That man was playing with taped up ribs.
yep.
Like respect these athletes that actually care about the franchise before we got rid of them. Okay, that goes for all NFL players. It's a swap game. You know what I'm saying? Everybody swaps. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a swingers party when you put the keys in the boat. Okay, you pick the keys, you know who you gonna get. Alright? So it's like, listen, people don't always. One thing I do hope for is Rodgers gets to retire as a Packer because he deserved it.
I could agree with that. I could definitely agree with that.
He's earned it.
For sure. He did
But
a
I
lot.
think, and I'm gonna be real with y'all, and I'm gonna ask y'all this question: do you think Favre was jealous of Rodgers? Because I do, and I think he hated Rodgers low key.
For sure.
Yeah, of course.
That's why
Because he broke all his records in like what, half the time?
yeah, he was he didn't like Rodgers before when he got there.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't like Rodgers when he got there. It was known that he said something about not getting him ready and all this stuff like that. Like he wanted to be the last great Packer there, and
Well, how well did that work out for you?
yeah. I mean, that's just what it is. These quarterbacks be thinking that they can have it forever. Like Tom
But this is what kills me though. Y'all have all this smoke for Rodgers, but none for Favre when he stole that money.
Oh
I was
yeah.
about to say something.
Yeah, no. We
Oh,
got
I
on
got
his
you,
ass on
baby. I got you.
we got on his ass on this show. We don't play that over here.
Go there. Brett Favre.
We don't
I
play
said
that.
it, and I'm a Packers fan. I love him as a quarterback, but I can't stand him as a person.
Yeah.
You a liar and a thief. Prince said thieves in the temple.
That's a fact. Yeah, he ain't get no love over here. Fuck that.
Oh, I don't fuck with Brett Favre.
Big facts. Let's move on over to your team down up, I should say, in the mountains of Denver, Colorado. Now, y'all was this close to putting the first L on the Chiefs' loss column. Unfortunately, like the Chiefs have been doing all close games this year, they came through with a blocked punt and won the game.
They escaped.
What are your thoughts a couple days ago from it?
All right. First on the Broncos. Like I've been saying, I said this season was going to be a rebuild. I'm happy with where they're at, that they're competing in these games. Outside of the Raven game where we just got punched on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you said it. You called it. You said it was going to be a response game. Like they were.
Yeah. And honestly, since last season, we've been playing the Chiefs pretty well. We beat them last year. We held your boy to no touchdowns.
Yep.
No, actually.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just like it's been like that all year. The Chiefs are in games with teams that they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be in games with, and they get bailed out. Honestly, the block field goal, you can't say the refs helped them with that. I'm not gonna say that.
Right.
Hey, shit like that happens. They made a play, they blocked it. But just for what Bo Nix did against a defense that people talk about like that, and to be in a game like that with Mahomes. And if you look at that highlights in that game, Mahomes didn't look good.
Yeah.
I've been saying it all year, and I know it sounds like hate because I say I hate them and stuff. They do not look as scary as that record shows.
No.
That team is going to lose some games. And it might start this week.
To be honest, since we're talking about them, well, I'm gonna hold that point, and I'll just want to talk on the Broncos first. Broncos, I give them major credit for what
We
they've
need
been.
some more weapons, though.
Yeah,
Yes.
We need
for
weapons.
sure.
We use some receivers. We need to figure out what we do in that running back. I thought Javonte Williams was good coming
Yeah.
off that rookie year he had a couple years ago.
Hmm.
I know it's his second full year back from ACL. I get it, but he hasn't been showing, that. And we need some tight ends.
Yeah. Yeah.
And on the defensive side, we need some more pass rushers. I'm not sold 100% on, the white cornerback and Riley Moss. And hey, Philly, we got one too. Okay, we have, I say that every time. We have the best corner in the league,
Yep.
Pat Surtain. We know we're young, and like I said, I thought this was a rebuilding year. That we'd be another high draft pick, but for us to still be in like that middle area, I'm happy. You know me, I'm not a big Sean Payton guy. I've been saying he needs to go.
You're right.
The game moved past him.
Him and that Farrah Fawcett flip hairdo he got. He need to go.
I'm glad he finally opened the playbook up though to let Knicks do what he does, and hopefully can just keep winning some games.
No, you guys are impressed. I'm impressive.
If it wasn't for this guy named Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix would be the rookie of the year.
For sure. He'd be in that.
Jaden is nasty. The Bears found out.
I don't even think so. I think with that offensive line, no matter who the Bears drafted, wasn't going to do good in that situation.
That's true too. Yeah, the Broncos very ahead of schedule, and I'm happy that they're allowing Bo Nix to actually make mistakes. Like, it's his rookie year. What the fuck is the worst that could happen?
I've been saying that from the start. Like, you drafted this guy in the first round. You named him starter for the to start the season. See why you drafted him.
Exactly.
Right.
See why you drafted him. Absolutely. So I think regardless of what happens at the end of this season for the Broncos, I think it's a positive year for them, and they can rebuild.
They have a bright future. They do.
Especially with that defense locking shit down right now.
Oh, their defense is nasty.
Absolutely. If I'm not mistaken, the last I heard, they were like top 3 in the NFL. So that's huge news for them. That's something they can build off next year. If they get that offense. Well, the offense is going, and if they can get it to another level, holy shit, they're going to be right in it. And especially with the Chiefs not looking the greatest, they're going to have some problems. Chargers looking better. Raiders are still trash, but that division will get harder for the Chiefs.
Do you know what the Raiders bring to the division?
What?
A nice stadium.
True. Absolutely. That's about it. And then to the Chiefs, honestly, I agree with everything that you guys said. Yeah, y'all know I am one of the Patrick Mahomes fans out there, but I'm obviously not biased, and I'm be honest about shit. Yeah, he hasn't. He's not looking like he's the Patrick Mahomes of old. Teams are figuring out how to slow him down, even with weapons. Obviously, you're not going to be able to do that for every game when you have that many weapons like the Chiefs are starting to add on to their team. What keeps them in games really is their defense, like it does the Broncos, like it does these other teams. Their defense is one of, if not the best defense in the league right now. Chris Jones is in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. The thing that I will say that might be scarier for the league is if the Chiefs do lose again, because then that pressure comes. If they don't and they're going for undefeated season, there's a lot more pressure because not only going for the undefeated season, you're going for a three-peat. Like that should be obviously number one on your mind.
Right.
But if you're winning games and continuing to win games, and you're like, oh shit, we might go undefeated, that's even more added pressure, more times for mistakes to add up. We've seen what the was it 17? No, what year was that? 2012 Patriots? No, 07 Patriots, I think. whatever it was that went undefeated. Even though the regular season record said 17-0, everyone knew that was coming to an end very soon. Even before, we didn't know it would come in the Super Bowl. I thought it would come before then because each game, teams were getting closer and closer and closer to beating them. And it just happened to happen on the very last game to the very least team that you would expect it to happen. So I think that could be a problem for the Chiefs. If I'm them, I would want to lose a game. If I'm them, I go. If I'm undefeated at week 18 and I'm 16-0. You can go 17-0 now. I sit that last week. I don't risk it. Fuck it. If we lose, we lose. Put my starters, my second string in and let them get it. But if we lose, we lose. We still got 17. We still would go 16
in the number one seed.
Exactly.
Let me ask you a question about the Chiefs, though.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is a bigger concern? The fact that Mahomes hasn't been looking like that MVP quarterback, or that this is the second year in a row that Travis Kelce is basically declined?
I would say for me,
Both.
Definitely both, but I would say it'd be the first one more because the Kelce thing, we kind of saw it coming. Like, he is getting older. He is an older tight end. He can't keep taking a beating at that age and being the number one receiver. If he was a younger receiver like Laportier and all those other guys, then I'd be a lot more worried about it. But he only has so much more seasons left anyways, and he's been talking about retirement and all that shit. So the Kelce thing doesn't worry me so much because we kind of saw it last year towards the end of the season. He got hot in the playoffs, but yeah, that doesn't worry me as much as the Mahomes thing because Mahomes started off his first 3 years was like ridiculous. Even though his whole career is still ridiculous because he's still winning Super Bowls, the regular season statistics and the way he looks on the field has changed. He doesn't look as scary. Like, defenses are not as scared of defending him now. They know, all right, if we put these two high safeties, he don't got a Tyreek Hill, we're good. We keep everything underneath us.
We're
going to force some turnovers and we'll be
all those people that are like, oh, the NFL is stupid for letting Worthy get to the Chiefs. And I was like, we don't know 100% that was going to work. Just because the dude is fast doesn't always mean it's going to translate well.
Yeah,
faster doesn't always mean better.
You're right, and that's something that I will take blame for, I guess, on my part, because I definitely was excited about Xavier Worthy this year with that speed and trying to. I mean, no one can replace Tyreek Hill. That's just he's irreplaceable. But definitely thought he would be another weapon for them, and it hasn't turned out to be that this year. So.
They're struggling.
Absolutely. Here's our fucking guy, CJ, talking about his goddamn fucking Dolphins winning.
Yo, you want to talk about the Dolphins?
Because he didn't even believe it in his heart that his team was going to win. So calm it down.
Indoors.
Tua shouldn't be playing at all.
Why was Tua wearing a shiesty indoors?
Yeah, Tua's still making mistakes.
That was the Odell game. Odell looked like he finally figured out how to play football again.
Yeah, he has those side once in a while.
May I say something?
Absolutely.
With this Tua situation, at what point do you decide your life? Okay.
There's another player in there too that I think needs to have that thought as well.
Or football, because when you're dealing with TBI and things like that, you're not the same. It's very difficult. I live with someone who has it. My husband has it from when he got blown up or whatever on a deployment.
Damn.
And I can have a conversation with him, and then not even 5 minutes later, baby, did you say something to me?
Wow.
Did you call my name?
Wow.
So it's like, it makes me sad to see that you're letting these people put a battery in your back and talking you into because here's the thing, when you laid up and can't do nothing no more, them agents is gonna move on to somebody that's younger. Your team is gonna find somebody to replace you. So at what point do you decide where, okay, maybe I shouldn't be playing football? Me and my husband, we were talking about this. We had a deep conversation about this. He's like, honey, I don't think he's taking it seriously. And I'm like, he's not.
Right. He's gonna regret it later on down the road.
I think,
Listen,
like I said,
folks gonna get enough of thinking they're Connor McLeod and there can only be one. Even Connor McLeod can die off with his head.
there's another guy that if you've been paying attention, who's been on his another concussion, Chris Olave,
Yes.
and you play at a position where you're gonna get hit more than Tua.
Yep.
And like if you've seen his concussions, he be knocked out cold.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's bad. These guys, these young guys, and I said it in one of the other earlier episodes that especially these quarterbacks.
The NFL needs to do better, period.
Yeah, and you see what these injuries are, how these injuries are happening, and what these injuries are doing to these players. As a quarterback, you know you are the franchise player. Everything relies on you. Why take the risk? The extra yards aren't going to do nothing for you. They ain't going to do nothing for you. So take this, slide your ass down, and live another down.
Play.
Just live another goddamn down.
I feel you because we could have won that Minnesota game and it pissed me off because Matt LaFleur let his ego get in the way of a situation. You knew Love wasn't 100. Okay, we could tell. Everybody that was watching could tell.
Yep.
Okay, even when he played Detroit, he wasn't 100. He was scared to take a hit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, put Malik in.
Yep.
It's
Especially
not
when
going to
he won
hurt.
you a
It's
couple
going to
games.
give him the exposure. It's going to give him, and clearly he can take care of business. We've seen what the man can do. He reminds me of Orgy a little bit. You
Absolutely.
know how Orgy could slide in there for Michigan and get the downs and the touchdowns and things like that? Malik is pretty good at that. He's good at running the ball. And it's sad that my offense works better with Malik than with Love.
Yeah. That's true. That's a good point. That's definitely a great point about that. Because I've thought it my damn self about that for sure.
Listen, we keeping it real in here, right? We grown, right?
Absolutely.
So let's, me and my husband, we keep it a buck with each other when it comes to football. And he's like, honey, Malik is better with your offense. He's like, your offense seems to come together with this man. I said, probably because they tired of Love and his shenanigans. Football's a dirty business.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen folks let folks get hit just so they can move somebody out and put somebody else in their spot.
Yeah. That happened. That's a dirty game. It's a dirty game for sure. So before we move on to my Cowboys,
Oh Lord.
I think that's a whole nother show.
No, it's going to be short and quick because I don't have much to talk about with my Cowboys because we've already said a lot about it.
Same old.
I want to say happy Veterans Day and thank you to all the veterans out there. We thank you all for your service and for protecting us and keeping our country safe. So
Absolutely.
Thank you guys. Hope you guys all had a absolutely fabulous Veterans Day on Monday. We appreciate you guys. And for those in the past and those that continue to serve us now and in the future. So salute to you guys. Appreciate you and love you. And absolutely to your husband, Janae, who served for our country. Absolutely. So thank you and appreciate you guys. So now moving on to my Dallas Cowboys. I've already thought about this because there's thoughts that come through my mind throughout the week from what I see. And I force myself to watch these games now. Like at first I was like, yeah, there's no reason to watch it, Jones. You know what's going to happen. But at the same time, I want to watch the fucking game so I can critique everything and get back at any Cowboy Nation fan that want to say all this dumb shit. So first, let me say this. And I put a post up about it, but if you didn't see it, I'll repeat it again and I'll clip it up if you need it. All my Cooper Rush fans, are you done yet? Are you done yet?
I'm dead.
Because the Cooper Rush that you guys saw a couple years ago is not the Cooper Rush that.
Yeah, he don't exist no more.
he's not there. One, because he's not the same quarterback. Two, it's not the same team.
It's not the same offense.
That team that we had a couple years ago was way better than this fucking team that we have this year.
Sure was.
I'm not gonna put it all on Cooper Rush. I definitely ain't gonna do that. But let's keep it a spade. Cooper Rush was not good this football game. Let's just keep it.
And that youngin wasn't no better.
And Trey Lance was not good anymore. So, and that's another shot at you, Jerry. Because you gave up bullshit. I mean, you gave up valuable draft capital for this man for nothing.
Can I ask you a question on the Cowboys?
Go ahead.
With the season you guys are having, do you just like sometimes wish like Micah would just shut his mouth?
Oh, I'm gonna get to him. Don't worry about that.
I feel like for a dude, especially who's been hurt, most of the season, and in a contract year hasn't showed up, he talks way too much.
Yep. Oh, I'm gonna get
Parsons?
Yes.
I'm gonna get to him.
Okay.
I'm gonna get to him.
Ooh, please light him up like a blunt.
Oh, I'm gonna get to his ass. So yeah, we talked about the Cooper Rush thing, Cowboy Nation, understanding that that's not our guy. So I want to touch on this point before I get into the other points. At first, before this game, I was like, all right, let's just get Cooper Rush out there, let him do his thing. He's not going to be much better than Dak because this team is not good, but fuck it, let's get him out there and even have a couple sprinkles of Trey Lance. Then Trey Lance came out there and was bad too.
I want to know who's dumber, you or the 49ers?
Who, me?
The Cowboys for trading for him, or the Niners for drafting him, where they drafted him.
The Niners for drafting him, but then the Cowboys.
I think you just both dumb, like
for sure. So
thank you guys for doing that because they had him going to the Broncos, so I appreciate that.
So you do that. So I'm like, you know what? After that performance, let's keep Trey in. It's a lost season. Let the young guy get some minutes, even if he's ass. We're ass anyway, so it does not matter to me.
Right.
That's my thinking into it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had to do some rewinding, even though I'm still on that. I had to think about Jerry Jones and what he gave up to get this guy. So yeah, absolutely get him the fuck in there. 1,000%, because you gave up a fourth and I think a seventh or something like that for this man. Then this right before the deadline, you give up a fourth for Mingo, who did not dress up this Sunday. When DeAndre Hopkins dressed up in his first week with the Chiefs, Amari Cooper dressed up with his first week with the Bills. What's his name from the Jets went to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Got dressed up his first week, even scored. And I think there was someone else that played and did well. All these guys that made trades during the trade deadline played this week and played well. Cowboys do it. We don't even dress the motherfucker. Then we got to get into the point of now Dak is being said that he's probably going to miss the entire season because he's probably going to have surgery, but he's waiting on one more opinion. Most likely, he's going to miss the season now. So that brings me back to another point.
Why would he play? He got his money already.
Jerry,
exactly.
Why did you trade for Mingo if you know it's a lost season?
Especially
so that was
pick.
Fucking pointless.
May I answer that question?
Go ahead.
Because Jerry's like a Dracula with no teeth. Worthless.
He is by far the most delusional owner in the NFL.
See, he's like a petulant child.
It's disgusting.
It's like you want all the praise and the glory when shit is going right. But the moment it takes a dive,
you don't want none of it.
You don't want no parts of it.
He gets
It
Shit.
goes back to that disgusting interview that he did.
Yep.
Because here's the thing. Everybody has to answer uncomfortable questions. Hell, even Oprah has to answer uncomfortable questions. Okay? You I told my husband, I said, y'all will never even sniff a Super Bowl as long as he is the owner. He needs to go. Listen, Dallas, I live here, Dallas. I'm gonna need y'all to get some investors to buy this man out. He is driving your team in the dirt, in the ground. Okay, like it's listen, it's flatline, bleep. Like what he is doing
Unfortunately, it's
to a franchise like
it's
that.
over. It's over. I've come to the grips that it's over. He's never gonna sell it. Once he
Never.
does, it will be his kids who have maybe a better mindset than he does, but I'm sure they're
Not too much better.
right. They're gonna be influenced by him as long. I'll knock on wood. If Jerry passes, that's the only way that there'll be some changes. So, yeah, we're cursed as forever.
I think, but you know the delusion. It's just so.
It's bad.
It's kind of like when he went to go picket the children that was trying to go to school at Central 9. What he tried to say, he wasn't there. He didn't understand what was going on when you and I both know that was bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, now you trying to sit here and say you don't know left from right, but it's like, okay, you got McCarthy, right? McCarthy's not a bad coach. He's not. He was really good when he was with Green Bay. You got to give a man his respect. You know what I'm saying? He's earned it. But at the same time, maybe he's not the right coach for the Cowboys. Maybe we need to find somebody else. And then I was so upset when y'all let y'all's defensive coordinator go to the Commanders. I was like, what the?
I tore me apart because that's who I wanted to be our next coach was him. I was hoping that after last season, Jerry would be smart enough to say, McCarthy, you got to go. We're going to elevate DC up. And I think we are in a better position than we are this year because a lot of the guys that we lost, the offensive guys, the offensive line that we lost last year, and the offensive D line that we lost, they went to the Commanders. That's why the Commanders are looking better. They went with DC. So I'm not going to say that we would have been on a trend to go to the Super Bowl this year, but
y'all would have been a playoff contender for sure.
We would have been a playoff wild card at the least. Wild card at the least. We might not have won the division, but we would have looked better than this. So it's really frustrating. But now I want to get to my last point before we get into our picks. And he touched on it is Micah fucking Parsons.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Micah, this is what, your 5th year, 6th year, something like that? And the first 3 years, big fan. I was in the building, got to watch you play while you beat the shit out of the Giants. You had 2 sacks that game. Loved it. Like, it was all big fan of Micah. I wasn't on the bandwagon as far as the LT conversation that people were having because that was just too far for me.
Yo, before you even go there, that's why I just want to shout out Mike Tomlin for that. For like telling people it's too quick to be comparing certain people to other people.
A lot of people that were saying that. Like there were a lot
but
of
I'm just saying in general, like how quick we ought to be like comparing these young guys to like the superstars in the league now, or
they're like gladiators, and you can't do that.
Yeah, like, it's too much.
Insane, like,
and I was saying it earlier. I'm like, I like Michael Parsons, but he's not in that trajectory yet.
No, not even close.
You have J.J. Watt and Myles Garrett getting 20 sacks a fucking game.
He's not even on that tier of right now. So, he's not a top tier pass rusher.
He's decent.
Getting 13, 14 sacks a season. That's not top of the league. The top
That's
of the league,
average.
He's not, exactly. He's not up there with the
19, 20, 21, 22.
Crosby.
When you start doing that, then we can start having those conversations. But right now,
Oh, for sure.
I ain't hearing that shit. And then people are saying, okay, before the season, I mean, before he got injured, you know, he wasn't having a great season, and that wasn't going to look good for his contract coming up at the end of this season. Then he got injured, and then the Cowboys looked even worse than they did before. Started saying that's going to help his contract situation. Fuck no. I don't think it does. I mean, we're talking about Jerry Jones, so you never know. He's going to pay him regardless. But me personally, no. Regardless whether he was on the field or off the field, the shit is still the same. Yeah, he got 2 sacks last game. What did he fucking do? Did it amount in a win for the Cowboys? Because
No.
I know I didn't see it, but I personally have heard multiple stories from my father himself that watched the games that said LT would literally destroy the Cowboys by himself. He didn't need anybody else on the fucking team. He would do it by himself.
Can I say something to that?
I don't see Michael Parsons doing anything close to that.
Let me say something to that.
Hold on,
before
you get there, I just want to finish because I just want to.
No, I just want to go to that exact point you're saying. That's why.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
You talk about a pass rusher who would win games, like you said, LT.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you one a little more recent. My Denver Broncos won a Super Bowl because of Von Miller.
Yep. There's Rams won because of Aaron Donald. That's like that.
Come on now,
the Chiefs get a lot of help from Chris Jones. You're not doing that.
Pass rusher is gonna show up and win you games.
Exactly.
Green Bay, Charles Woodson.
Yep. You're just not doing those things. So my last point about Parsons, cut the fucking talking out. Cut the podcast out. Cut the interviews. I don't give a fuck if you get fined for the rest of the year. Or you go to you have these interviews at the end of the games, and you give them one-word fucking answers.
My thing is, if you're gonna podcast
or say no comment.
But
exactly.
If you're
don't air out dirty laundry.
If you're gonna podcast, you got the whole off season to be a podcaster.
Exactly. Do the podcasting on. I think that for all athletes, I think all athletes should do podcasting after their season is over.
After their season.
Don't fucking do it during the season because you're just adding more fuel to the fire, which is the media. Don't fucking do that. And
yes, because I mean, what happened between Deebo Samuels and the 49ers this past weekend? What the hell was that? That's a prime example of not because listen, this is the problem with the Cowboys right now. Just the same thing with the Bears. Their locker room is lost. Done. The locker room is lost. You got Dak being a Madonna, and everybody know Madonna can't sing. Okay, and you trying to and I'm gonna put it like this: you got Madonna and Whitney Houston. Okay, Whitney Houston is Lamb. Okay, Lamb can do it all on his own, and he don't need Madonna. But Madonna needs to get her head out of her ass and do her job. You see what I'm saying? So it's listen, Lamb looks so frustrated and so defeated, and it pisses me off that y'all have such a nasty weapon on a receiving core, and Prescott doesn't capitalize on the weapons he has. But the moment that something goes wrong, Prescott wants to act like this and Prescott wants to act like that. This is what Jerry should have done, Jerry. Okay, what you should have done was not pay that ninja nothing. You shouldn't have gave him nothing. You shouldn't have gave him a nickel, a Cheerio, a Fruit Loop, nothing. You shouldn't have gave him nothing until after the damn season to see if he was going to bring it. And if he brought it, then you bring the check. If he didn't bring it, then it's time to float on like Larry. Okay? You wasted so much money on this man, and y'all are stuck with him for the next 4 to 5 years, and that's bullshit. And if I was Lamb, I'd be pissed.
Yep.
Because Lamb can't do his job and Prescott's. He can't throw the ball and then run down the field and catch it.
Yep.
I've never seen so many overthrows in my life. I thought Jordan Love overthrows. No. And to me, Dak is a more seasoned quarterback. For him to be making the mistakes that Jordan Love is making. You and Jordan Love are on the same caliber, and Jordan Love beat you. How?
Jeff.
How you let Jordan Love, a rookie that don't know his head from his ass, come in your stadium and completely wax you? The Cowboys did not score until damn near fourth quarter that game. I'll never forget it. Because honestly, I had my bottle of vodka next to me because I'm like, this gonna be a long night. Okay, Lamb gonna catch the ball. Michael Parsons and Diggs gonna catch interceptions. It's just they gonna run the ball down our throats. They gonna crush us, and we gonna get our behinds whooped. Lies.
It was a very ugly ending to that season and a very ugly beginning to this one. So it is what it is at this point. I'm just gonna watch to see what else we can do to fix.
Don't lose hope though.
Hey.
Oh no, it's over for this year. It's over. There's no hope for this year.
At least you'll be in third because you're not the Giants.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only thing I can be hopeful. And I'm just gonna sit back and watch the Eagles get hyped and lose because the Eagles think they back on 2022 and they're going to go to the Super Bowl. They're not good.
They exposed in that Green Bay game. We were on their ass like draws until Jordan got hurt.
They gonna be trash. So I can't wait for that. But now let's get into our last segment, which is the picks for Week 11. E, what you got for us?
All right, let's hope tomorrow's game, brings what last Thursday's game.
Before you go, I fucking won, y'all. I goddamn got one, y'all. I got one. And guess how much I won by? One. Got his ass just the way he gets mine. Pause. That sounded crazy. But
that was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. That was insane.
Change the subject. I finally won, y'all. So I'm happy about that.
What did you say about the Chiefs? I'd rather lose now than lose in the playoffs.
Okay? Because that's what people have failed to understand about this. It don't matter what you do right now.
Yep.
It matters what you do to get to that ring.
That's a fact. So who we got?
All right.
Night.
I hope the with the two teams we have playing, I hope it's a good one. We got Washington at Philly.
Ooh.
I like this one.
I'm gonna be an odd man out on this one.
I'm going with Philly.
I'm going with the Commanders.
I'm gonna go with Philly just because.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go with Philly just because one, they're home, and we seen Washington struggle with Baltimore, and Philly, they're gonna run the ball, and we seen especially if AJ Brown plays against Washington, he always goes off against Washington.
He always does his thing. What you got, Jeanette? Who you got? You said you got Washington, you said?
I do, because Jaden Reed is nasty, and their defense is tough. That's the toughest I've ever seen Washington's defense. And let's be clear, Jalen, he can't throw under pressure. So if the defense somehow keeps putting pressure on that ass, lights out, game over.
I'm with you. I'm going with Washington in this one because it's fuck Philly.
Yeah, I can't stand Philly either.
It's fine because they beat us. It was just been fuck.
Yeah, they beat us too. Don't feel bad, brother.
Shit like that. So, and I'm trying to go on a streak. Goddamn, I'm trying to beat E.
I'm gonna tell you the truth though. The reason why he do be losing sometimes, he be picking with his heart. Sometimes that's why he be losing.
And not with the facts.
Well, my heart worked last week. Goddamn it. Who we got next?
All right. Yeah. Raiders Dolphins.
Oh, Chris is fucking team.
Stop playing the Dolphins. Stop playing.
Yeah, I got
Dolphins. Come on.
As much as
there's a bunch of nasty games this week.
Oh, is it one of ugly week 11?
Yeah, it's some nasty work this week.
All right, who we got? We all got Finn, so who's next?
Browns Saints.
Oh, that's another nasty one. That one.
I'm gonna go with the Browns.
Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, I might go with the fucking Browns.
I don't care that the Saints beat the Falcons. Like I said,
child of 5th grade could beat the Falcons.
This one's tricky for me because you never know with fucking Jameis Winston.
That's true.
The Browns
I wish
gotten better.
Jameis played with the passion that he talks with.
Yeah, yeah. If he played like that, he'd be a
If
fucking.
he plays like he talks, he'll be the.
He'd be an all-time great. Yeah, I'm a agree with you and say that Saints game was a fluke game, and it's a division game, so you never. Those are always close ones. So, yeah, I'll go with Cleveland. Come on,
All right.
Winston, make us right for once.
Colts, Jets. Give me the Jets.
You said
Stop
Colts,
playing
Jets?
Colts.
Colts, Jets. I'll take the Jets. Colts got Anthony Richardson starting again, but they're another team. I don't know.
What'd you say, Janae? Colts?
You know what? I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna go with my boy Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams.
I like it. I think they bounce back as well.
Honestly, though, we talk to another part of the Jets that's not being talked about is their defense is trash.
Yeah, it's gotten
Let
worse.
me say this right now. Stop with all that Sauce Gardner talk as the best corner in the league. He can't tackle.
Oh yeah, he's definitely didn't look like
He couldn't stop an old lady in a wheelchair.
Tell him to stop DMing people on Instagram when they're talking about him.
Yeah, this is nowhere near close.
Needs to stop talking.
Nowhere near close
football
season he had last year. But that's what makes me. I don't want to go as far as to say he's trash and that he's going to be trash because last year was a wholly different story.
But I just let's stop having him as the number one corner in the league.
Yeah,
when he's not.
He's not. I think you need more years to prove that. Like, you got to prove it for a multiple of years. So next year will be one of those years that will really tell me whether he's
he has to get paid
good or correct. You know. Yeah. So who's next? Who you got?
Vikings, Titans. I mean,
stop playing. Now look, this could go one of two ways though, because they struggled against the Jaguars and that was a trap game. So this could be another trap game.
You said
they got Will Levis. So give me Minnesota.
The sneaky thing about that is Tennessee's defense is top ranked.
Yes.
They're like top. I want to say 5, but I'm not sure, but definitely top 10. Their defense is sneaky good, which is somewhat keeping them in games.
Yeah, but you know what you got to do to win games? You got to score. And with a quarterback like Will Levis,
you're not. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Vikings.
I'm not even wasting my time on that. All right, next, we don't even need to ask Janae her pick. We got the Packers and Bears. I think we all gonna go Packers here.
Yeah.
Bears still suck. Question. How much you think we gonna take it by?
I think this game is like
you never know with those.
Yeah, but I'll say I won't be surprised. Like it's a close game going into the fourth.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be tighter than a new weave, and then Green Bay gonna end up taking it. We either gonna win it by a touchdown or by a kick.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a close one.
Probably a kick. It'll probably be by a kick.
Question before I answer.
At most a 10-point win.
That's where I was leaning closer to. Is Love back this game?
I believe he is. Yes.
Love is. Where is it?
Well, Chicago.
Chicago.
It don't matter because we beat them there every year.
No, I think you guys win. I'm just trying to say how much.
I think probably by 10, like E said, probably like 10 or.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with like around 10.
It's between 3 to 10.
Around this time, the weather in Chicago is usually very.
It's not gonna
horrible.
Somebody from Green
horrible.
Bay,
that's true. That's a good point. Green Bay has similar
right up the block, like.
So yeah, that's true. That's right up there, Ali. Good point.
They right up the block. All right. Next one is the Jags versus the Lions. There is no Trevor Lawrence, so yeah, Lions.
Yeah, I was going Lions for sure.
I'm gonna be optimistic.
I don't even know who Jacksonville's quarterback is.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to Jones. I'm gonna go with the kitty. I'm gonna go with the kitty.
You don't like the Lions. I know. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.
I can't stand them, but I hope we kick their ass the second time.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got the Rams and Patriots.
Rams.
A sneaky good one.
This Rams team stays in games.
They do. They look
Rams.
Shouldn't be.
the
Blake Corum.
last game, but I like what I'm seeing from that offense. Kyron Williams. Let me say that real quick to everybody that was doubting him this year. They were like, "Oh, he's going to be the star running back for the Rams." Why? He had a good season last year, but he was really a gadget guy. This, that, and the third. No, there's no way he had.
It's Corum.
No, Kyron Williams for the Rams.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
There's no way he had the season that he had for half a year last year and not come into this year being that guy again. Like, there was no way I was going to believe that. So I'm happy that he's proven all the doubters wrong this year. He's having a hell of a year this year.
And plus, it's a matter of time before we get big production from Puka and Cooper Kupp.
Yep.
Yeah, but Corum is getting carries too on the Rams.
Yes, he definitely is. Definitely getting love. He deserves it. He definitely deserves it. And I know
the man's a beast.
You had to shout him out. Had to show some of that Michigan love in here, but it's
what?
up in here.
That's okay. I'm gonna see you on the 30th.
Yes, absolutely.
We got to do a show on that.
For sure. We're going to do a Jones of a Smoke show. Absolutely. And it's on our Jones of a Smoke conveniently is on Saturdays. So it's perfect.
Boom, there it is.
That's perfect. So who'd you say, Rams and who?
Pats.
Rams.
I'm going Rams, but I got to give love to the rookie Drake May. He's giving that Patriots team some life. He's really giving that team some life.
He looks like a real leader.
Yeah, he's giving that team some life. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's a closer game than expected.
All right. See, I don't like why games like this be the 1 o'clock games, and they got others like primetime games that be like iffy. Ravens, Steelers.
Ravens.
Absolutely. I don't pick the Steelers as long as Russell Wilson's at quarterback.
I think that's going to be a good fucking game, though.
It's going to be a nasty game.
Oh, this is going to be
just because it's division.
You know the AFC North, when they play each other, they try to kill each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a nasty, hard-hitting game.
You got guys that left Baltimore, ended up in Pittsburgh this year.
Yep, Patrick Queen has won. And he's already talking about this game.
Yeah, but I got
they
Baltimore.
Want him there.
I got Baltimore. They got the MVP and the Offensive Player of the Year on that offense. So, yeah.
Yep, I agree.
I feel that the Ravens' quarterback doesn't get the respect that he deserves.
Absolutely. And they're going to start putting it on it because, shit,
I don't think Lamar gets the respect he deserves.
He's about to get 3 of them things. They better put some motherfucking respect on it. Back-to-back, too? Stop playing with him.
I just wish they would get the job done.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm going to say, I told you last weekend. Right now, if those boys in Kansas City, there's 2 teams in the AFC, I don't think they want to see in the playoffs.
Yeah, Ravens is definitely.
That's Baltimore. And if this other team can fix that offense, Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Because.
Hell, even the Bills. The Bills, too.
They got them this week.
Oh, yeah, they do.
But we'll get to that game. All right, next, Seahawks, Niners. I'll take the Niners. They got McCaffrey back.
Yeah. They got a lot of their weapons back. 49ers for sure.
They're starting to get healthy.
And if Geno is Geno, definitely the 49ers.
Don't worry, Jones is going to pick with his heart right now.
You know damn well I'm going with the goddamn Seahawks, damn it. Fuck y'all talking about? I don't believe in them damn 49ers. I don't believe in them damn 49ers.
Now, how you ain't gonna let me pick the Jaguars, but you gonna pick the Seahawks?
You right. You right. But look, the 49ers, as much as it is my heart, part of it is my mind too, because
my mind too, because I was gonna pick against all the teams in the North except for Green Bay. Like, I don't like none of them. Like,
I ain't mad at you. But the Seahawks are a lot better than teams think they are. Like, that division is actually playing pretty goddamn good.
The West? Oh, yeah.
Got 5 wins and shit like that. So, yes, they do got CMC back. Do I think the 49ers probably win? Probably. But, again, I like what the Seahawks have been doing. They've been having games close, even though they got. I think they got smacked the last time they played them, but we'll see. I'm going on hope this time, and I got to be a little different because I'm trying to win again against E this week.
But you know, it's any given Sunday, so I mean, things.
You damn Skippy. You damn Skippy. Who's next, E?
My game, Falcons, Broncos. You know where I'm going.
Broncos,
Hey.
stop playing.
I'm going with the Broncos. I'm with you.
Especially
we're
if
going.
Kirk Cousins is Kirk
And it's
Cousins.
in
Broncos.
And it's in Denver.
I'm
Shout
going
Oh
with
yeah,
Shout
Broncos.
out to
Most
Justin
for
Simmons,
sure.
though, for making his return back to Denver.
for sure.
Hopefully they show him some love.
Oh, that's going to be love for sure.
Broncos.
All right, next. Chiefs, Bills. Give me the Bills.
Bills.
In Buffalo.
Yeah, I know who I'm going with. KC.
Bills.
Good. I'm sorry.
We don't have time for Patricia and referees. Bills.
Okay. Oh, wow.
I'm glad I don't got to say it.
I said it for you. I got you, baby.
Plus, you know, there's a reason why I'm gonna take the Bills anyway.
Facts.
They got a former Bronco there, Von Miller. Come on,
Oh yeah.
True
come
that.
on. You know. All right, next. This is actually a good game. The Sunday night game. Bengals, Chargers. I like the Bengals in this game.
I like Cincy for that game, but you know, Jim has been doing some pretty good things with the Chargers.
He
For real.
has.
But shout out to Jamar for that performance last Thursday.
Oh yes.
I think it was Debo that said it. Cincinnati fucked up by not paying that man in the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Cause the price just went up.
Yep.
It sure the fuck did.
Well, you heard what Rihanna
It's about
said.
to be nasty.
You heard what Rihanna said. Pay me what you owe me.
What
Today's
was your
price
pick, E?
is not yesterday's price. I'm going the Bengals.
Bengals. Who'd you say, Janae? Bengals
I'm gonna
as
have to
well?
go with Chargers because
Oh,
Jim.
Chargers. Okay. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at either pick. The Chargers defense has gotten better.
A lot better. And Justin Herbert has gotten a lot better ever since Jim got there.
That game's gonna fuck around and be a shootout.
It is.
Yeah.
He won something. I'm gonna give the edge to the Bengals only because their offense is so dynamic.
It's loaded though. It's fully loaded.
It's loaded, especially with Chase playing the way that he's playing. Like he's on a revenge tour against the teams, but mainly his team, his ownership. He's like, y'all motherfuckers didn't want to pay me? Bet. Now, whoever got to pay me is going up. Not even if it's not the Bengals. Whoever pays me, it's going to be up.
The price tag just went up, Boo Boo Kitty.
Woo! He on one. So I think for that reason, it's going to be something. It's going to be something.
I think.
And we don't even need to fucking wait, don't even say it. I don't even name the teams.
Monday night.
Who the fuck do we play? And it's horrible. Roger Goodell, you need to find a way to start getting these games, Cowboys games, off these primetime games. Nobody wants to see this shit. Who the fuck do we play this week? Don't tell me. Who the fuck do we play this week?
They're right next door.
Oh, we play
Houston.
Neighbors.
We
play Houston. Texans win. I'm gonna put it down. Y'all don't even have to say it.
Hey, babe. Yeah. Who you got? Cowboys or Texans?
Don't do it to yourself, brother.
He said Cowboys.
Brother.
Battle you know what's gonna be worse too? You know what's gonna be worse? It's a home game for y'all.
Well,
I hope. And you know what sucks the most? Texans have a running back that they use, and we know how to beat the Cowboys. Run the ball.
Listen,
pretty much.
This one hurts for me because one of my other great friends is a Texans fan, and I was talking shit to him early this season. Like, yo, when this game happens, me and you, we linking up. We gonna talk that shit. Even though, yeah, your team, I like CJ Stroud. He's from the you feel me? I loved him, and I was riding their coattails last season because of him. And it's the Battle of Texas. But we taking y'all out this year, this, that, and the third.
Yes, darling, but you also said that he is a Buckeye. Buckeyes can't throw under pressure.
Well, he gonna do. It ain't no pressure this week. I'm going with CJ and the Houston Texans on this
How you
one.
got a Buckeye who throws to a Michigan guy?
It's gonna be nasty. We're gonna lose this game. And I do want to say shout out to my friend, the Texans fan, because he did lose his grandma this week.
Oh, sorry
Someone
to hear
very
that. My
close.
condolences.
So shout out to my boy Angel, Mario, Melissa, Connie, and to their grandma. She was the best. So rest in peace to their grandma. She was a very close friend of ours. And
Absolutely.
I'm sorry to hear that, brother.
yeah, so Angel, love to you. Condolences to you from the Jones and family. Love you. See you very soon. And yeah, so wishing the Texans this win on that just for grandma. Like honestly,
Oh, that's sweet of
grandma
you.
for her. So much love to her. But yeah, that's our picks. And Janae, I want to say thank you so very much. You are one of our best supporters that we've had. You're here at every
Facts.
podcast that we come up. You showing love. You're in the comments.
Y'all
You're
my
on Twitter.
people, man. Come on.
So thank you from the bottom of our heart for
Yep,
showing us
absolutely.
love. Thank you for popping up to the Jones and podcast. We're gonna have one of many more podcasts with you. And
Of course.
spoke about it off air, but I'm gonna bring it on air. She is going to be bringing content out to you guys out there very soon, sports and every other thing as well. So make sure y'all stay tuned to Janae. She's going to be out there very soon giving out content. Janae, we love you, appreciate you, and we'll see you very soon.
Yes, most definitely. Because I like to talk about everything from sports to movies to music to everything. So and listen. I'm not scared to crack nobody's face.
Oh, she ain't.
Okay, talent is talent. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's football, baseball, hockey, acting, singing. You know what I'm saying? People trying to buy baby oil. But anyway.
Absolutely. So
I just love you guys. I love your show. I love your
Thank you.
content. I love how raw and real you are with it.
Thank you.
It's either you love it or you don't.
you're damn Skippy. That's how we giving it up. And that's why we love Janae, because she bring that smoke. Because we bring that smoke over here.
Oh, listen. I will bring the smoke and the fire. Keep playing with me because it's simple. Because it's like a lot. Here's the thing: as fans, we pay a lot of money for merchandise, tickets.
Yep.
Tailgating. Tailgating is the best part of football. If you ever gone to an HBCU, what are they known for? Tailgating and bands, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to one day, maybe if y'all have the time, get on here and talk about the best HBCU bands in the country.
Oh, I like that. We could definitely get into
That's a dope little topic.
That's a definitely dope topic. Something like we could do with this college thing coming up.
Because it's all about the bands, baby.
Absolutely. And make sure you guys stay tuned for a future episode with Janae, but not on this podcast, on the Jones for Smoke podcast, because Janae got some smoke and I got some smoke, and we gonna bring it to y'all. We gonna bring it to y'all. So if y'all was out here doing some dumb shit out there in the sports world, guess what? We bringing that goddamn smoke, and we bringing Janae with us, guys.
Gotcha, baby.
You dig? So from the Packer fan, Cheesehead Nation, Bronco Country Nation, and the Lonely Fucking Star Cowboy Nation, it's your boy Jones, my guy E, and our girl Janae, the Jones and Podcast. We love you. Peace. Happy Veterans Day, y'all.
Happy Veterans Day.
Salute.
Shout out to you, Nicole. We love you, girl.
Yes, sir.
Oh, y'all got to check out my girl, Nicole Sanchez. She does t-shirts, but she does shirts for all teams.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if you want, like, matter of fact, she made me a cup, and I'm going to show y'all. And it's really cool. I know it's, Packer stuff, but it's cool. Like, she hooked it up, bruh. Like, it's really, really, really nice. Check it out.
Oh, wow.
That's fire.
And then they put the Texas logo on here because I live in Texas, and they put Go Pack Go on it.
So I'm going to need you to send me her
A
information.
Cowboy one, right?
Send me that information so we can get that up here and shout her out. You dig?
Yes. And my boys, they do Cash Apps, Venmo, PayPal. They do love offerings.
You dig, Ski?
Come
We,
get the merchandise, okay? They
you
need to keep the
dig?
lights on. So can we please buy a sweatshirt, a t-shirt,
Come
socks,
on now.
drawers, whatever you need?
You hear her? Hit them links, god damn it. We trying
Right?
to
And
get
we
out here too.
and it costs nothing to like. Like it up.
Love, y'all. Just love is free. Love is free. From all three, it's your boy Jones. We out. Peace.